Oh, Sonicware isn't playing any more games. What is going on, people? So we're talking about the Smpltrek 2.0 firmware update today. But before we even get into that, I want to tell you about a giveaway that we're doing at 16levels.com. We were giving away a Sonicware Smpltrek on deck with two of our best sample packs right now that will be best utilized in this unit. The first one is Kilohertz, which is a 90s boom bap eccentric one-shot library. It is extremely dope. It is made by Marlowe Diggs, as well as a 90s boom bap drum loop kit as well. That is called Pure 90s Boom Bap. The links will be in the description box if you want to check them out and purchase them on your own. However, if you go to the website, I highly recommend signing up to the mailing list to enter the contest. And please believe it, one person will be lucky enough to hold down this baby right here. And trust me, there's a reason why we're doing this video. And let's talk about this firmware update. And I know what you're thinking. Is it capable? Yes. The reason why I say that is fellow content creator Mcree Music has cracked the code. Let's check it out. Ooh, I see you, Matt. Let's go ahead and check it out ourselves. So let's talk about the quality of life changes on the Smpltrek. The first thing is the tempo screen. Now with hitting this tab button right here, the right tab button will bring up the screen permanently instead of it disappearing. Thank God. And you can just turn stuff off with the correlating value knobs, or I'll call them encoders. So if it says B, that means that you can turn the metronome on, and if you press down on it, it will turn it off as well, just in case you want some workflow changes or whatnot. I had the BPM at 90 BPM because we're gonna do some boom bap. You feel me? So I'm gonna hit the home screen button, which brings me back to the main screen, and then I will go into the record, which allows you to see the piano roll. Now from the piano roll, I can mess with the kit. I hit the sequence here, and then you'll see like different options. If I was to tab all the way through it, you see that you can pick out, a kit that you have created or a preset that has been created. So, work with drum kits is dope in my opinion. You can turn down values and stuff like that. Like if this kick was too loud, you can turn it down right here. It's a bit extreme, but for the most part, good to go. You see what I'm talking about? But the most important feature is timing record, which I think does the un-quantizing. So let's do time and record. Everything is set up. So let's go ahead and let's practice. Let's set up the length to about 64. So that would be 64 steps, which means it's 4 bars, I believe. We'll find out momentarily. 3, 4. And wow, let's go ahead and stop that, or stop recording, and let's go back into the tempo and turn off the metronome. Sonicware, now you're boom bapping. You're boom bapping very well now. I like that. I like that for you. I guess the next thing we can do is probably pull like a one shot or something like that, or like a, we can fire for one shot here. And that's where we'll explore, I guess, instrument track rather. Now, what we'll do is go into like a pool, and then we'll select something, from the pool here. Let's go ahead and do that. As a matter of fact, let's go into pool mode itself, and then we'll select some sounds. So pressing that, go into sample. Let's grab a sample here, go into pool. Let's go ahead and get into kilohertz so that you can hear it for what it is. And I'll pull up a chord. And then you can choose the load and all the other stuff that we like about the Smpltrek so far. If I wanted to chop it up, you can chop it up and so forth. But we'll just load it in here. And then we'll just go ahead and get rid of some of the extra stuff. We'll load it in here. Now let's get into the sequence. And now we can set up everything like we did before. So let's go ahead and set up to 32 this time on this clip. And we'll keep time and record on for a natural feel. So one big improvement that I will say in version 2.0 has to be the workflow. Lord, did it need that. The workflow was too junctified, in my opinion, for just simple boom bap stuff. It's still good. I like it so far. And I got a lot of respect for Sonicware. So everything is all good. What I probably want to do though next is this right here for track number 1. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can clear everything out. I didn't like this drum track. What I want to do is work with a loop. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Clear the clip. Clear the sequence. Boom. We good to go. I'm going to hit the home button and all we have is this. Now the next thing I want to do is just grab another track here. I'm going to make sure that I pull up. Let's see if we can get a loop up in this piece. So I'm going to pull up a loop. But the thing I have to do is just exit out and grab a sample. So let's go ahead and grab a sample function, and this sign right here pulls up the pool. So it pulls up all the samples that you have. Pressing clear will bring you back to the other screen. So that workflow is really good. And what I'm going to do is grab a loop from Pure 90s Boom Bap. So let's hear the loops. And I like this loop right here. So what I have to do with this, since it is a loop that I want to use basically over and over, is time stretches. So I'm going to go over here to time stretch. And one thing I will say about this is the time stretch on here works very good. So let's go ahead and time stretch it. That's a simple process. I'll just go ahead and pick like 4 bars. And then, you know, the time signature is 4/4. You can change the time signature, which is great. The BPM is already there. All I'm hoping is that the loop is chopped perfectly. If it's not, then you will have to trim it again. Okay, so that is the main reason why some loops might not work. And then it will go through the processing, of course. How does it sound? Like this. It's looking really good for Sonicware right now. I like that for you guys. But let's add some horns. Everything's good to go. So I am curious to see if I can do a send on that track, like a send delay. And let's see if we can do that. So what I need to do, I probably need to access the tracks here. So I'm on track number 4. I see there is a send track, but we need to know what that send track is. Play. So let's do a monster send here. All right. So that's clearly to delay. You know, I guess I would have to go into, let's see, function, boom. Let's go to the send, see what the send is. So it's hall. I can change it to arena, tunnel. Let's do tape echo. And let's play it. Might have to increase it. So track number 2. BPM sync on. So let's go ahead and do that. If we go into function and then master, you can do lo-fi. So, you know, lo-fi is not in question anymore on this unit. We have cassette 2 as well. So let's turn that on. And now we notice that it's very beefy. So I'll go into the other screen here and we can mess with like noise. We can mess with flutter. So let's go ahead and play it. So it's pretty nice. It's okay. Let's go into something like vinyl. Let's go back into like vinyl and see what that will do. So vinyl. Ooh. So let's try to do some quick sampling here, because that's the last thing we need to cover, right? So quick sampling allows you to quick sample stuff into a pad, and I think that's a pretty cool feature. However, what I want to do is use the microphone right here. So I'll turn the microphone all the way up just for right now, and then I'll press function and the home button, which brings us in the system. The main thing we want to look for is turning the speaker off. So if you haven't turned it off, turn it off now, because you don't want any bleed to come into the microphone, right? So since we're utilizing this, we need to turn it on. So pressing function and sampling will give us the sampling options that we need. So from here, what I'll do is just go into the microphone. As you can see, it's peaking right now. And what I need to do is turn it down until I got like a solidified volume right there. And I think that'll work for what it is. And since everything is good to go, that means that I'm recording audio via the microphone right here. And what I will do is just kind of record that in there. So I'm gonna turn down the volume just a little bit. And now let's go ahead and engage the track. And then I will hold down track number 8 to record it in there. See what we got. Will it be on point or will it not be? Let's get it. So let's go ahead and get the loop going. Let's see. Nope. I'll choose no. And let's see if it works. Let's give it a little bit of lo-fi. That lo-fi is very distinguished. Oof. And should be in there. And let's just turn it down. This is a little too loud. I like that. Let's get rid of the knocking sound. I like that. Let's just turn it down. This track. And as you can see, Sonicware stepped their game up again. And for version 2.0, I think that's where it should be for a 2.0 version, to be honest. The quick sampling, not so much of a thing that I will probably utilize every time, but I do think that it's a gradual improvement. The one thing that I do like about it is their individual swing parameters. Now, I complained about global swing for a while, and then it didn't really have a natural swing either. Now it does. It has it per clip, and I think that was a better decision than to do it globally. And having micro timing per individual note or per individual chop, I think that's okay. You know, some people like to dial in a little bit more. And there was some quality of life changes to how the menu functions. And yeah, its ability to create has never been in question outside of chopping up samples. And without a shadow of a doubt, it's doing a lot more than many groove boxes on the market. I would say that maybe the one thing that would be disappointing would probably be that it doesn't have real-time time stretching. But for a $400 unit, let's be real. There's not much that's competing with it in its other options. To the right of me, we have more content for that task. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I truly love this thing right here. And the links will be in the description box if you want to enter the contest. Make sure that you sign up for the mailing list and all of the samples as well. Don't miss out.